Okay, so what we're going to do is see if we can identify the scale factor. So we've been doing a little bit of practice with this as well, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a harder scale factor. So this one is not times 2, or it's not a half, it's not a third, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how you can set up this problem to find the scale factor. So I know I have to do 4 times something to get to that number. That's what I need to find. That's our scale factor. Okay, I need to know the scale factor. I don't know the scale factor, but I do know that 4 times something is going to equal 2.6. That's a given because line AC, this is line AC, okay, and then this is line DF. And I know that whatever I do to 4, it's going to give me 2.6. Okay, so I can figure out the scale factor. Now, I don't know off the top of my head 4 times 1 is 2.6. So I can use the inverse, work it backwards, right? Whenever you want to find the missing number of a multiplication problem, all you have to do is divide. We just work it backwards. We just go in the backwards direction. 2.6 divided by 4. This is like a fact family. Okay, so yeah, it's a little weird, but you can use a calculator, folks. There's nothing wrong with using a calculator. Okay, so 4 times something equals 2.6 is the same thing as saying 2.6 divided by 4 equals something. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, so let's do some math. 2.6 divided by 4. Okay, 0.65. 0.65. So now I know my scale factor. My scale factor is times 0.65. And you're like, Miss Breen, that's such a weird number. It's just 65 hundredths. Okay, so I can actually multiply 4 by 65 hundredths and it'll give me 2.6. And I can even check it by doing the math. Okay, so now I know my scale factor. Okay, that's my scale factor. That's what I want. That's like the magic, right? That's like going to give me the key to the rest of the problem. Okay, so this would be 4 times 0.65 and look, 2.6. All right, so now let's just make up some numbers. So now let's pretend AB is 5. Okay, so AB is 5. I know my scale factor now. I've done the hard work. So now that I know the scale factor, I just have to do 5 times the scale factor, and that will give me DE. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to find, DE. What is this missing number? What is this right here? DE, I know AB is 5. I know the scale factor, so let's see what DE would be. Okay, 5 times 0.65. 3.25. Okay, so now I know 3.25. I just figured out the mystery. 3, actually I could have just did 3.25. It kind of looks like 3.25. All right, now let's see if we can just do the last one here. Okay, so let's see. We have this right here, and I'm just going to make up a number. It's probably not quite 7, but we're going to use 7. Okay, so we're going to say this is 7. Again, I know the scale factor. It's 0.65. Once you figure out the scale factor, it's like the mystery has been solved. Scale factor. Okay, so now I just have to do 7 times the scale factor, and that will give me the missing number, letter EF. Okay, so it's EF, BC. This is BC, 7. This is my scale factor. Okay, let's see what it works out to be. 7 times 0.65. 4.55. Okay, and that's okay. All right, it's okay to have a decimal as an answer, 4.55. So now I've figured out all of the missing sides, and I only was given one. I was only given 4 and 2.6. That's all I had to start. All I had to do is figure out what the scale factor was, and once I found the scale factor, I just had to apply the scale factor to each one of my number sentences to find the other side. Okay, so the baby triangle has been shrunk by multiplying 0.65. So it's 65 hundredths of the larger one. little more than half. Little more than half. 50 would be half, right? So 0.5 would be half. So it's about a half, a little bit more than a half of the size. Okay, so that is how you can find the missing sides of a similar triangle. All you need is the scale factor. Once you figure out the scale factor, you've got it. You can figure out the rest.